Hi everybody. I want you to know that this video is not an instructional video about how to make a table. Some parts of it, I do show you what I did in order to make a table. And I got to tell you, this was my first attempt at building something this large. So this is not really an instructional video. It's more of a documentary on my video build or on my table build. Please keep that in mind as you watch this. I did have limited space to do this, and of course I got busy doing other things and I wasn't always able to get back to make videos, and it's probably a good thing because as it is, this video is quite long. It's about a half an hour long. So keep that in mind as you watch this video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. And if you're looking for an instructional video, you might want to tune in somebody else. But I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Monday afternoon, and I wanted to show you what I've been doing this morning. I've been setting up to plane down the 9 boards that I have for the tabletop from 1.5 inches down to 1 1/4 inch, nice and flat. So let me show you my setup. That's my sled on top. It's upside down right at the moment because I've been doing some work on it. But my setup is this long thing, for lack of a better, and I feed it in from this other side over here, so I can lay it down on this long board here and feed it into the planer, and comes out on the other side, and my sled is what makes it flat. So once I get a good flat side, then I get the sled out of the way and plane it down to its finished size on the other side. So this worked out really well today. Took a little time to set it up, however it's been working fantastic. So I'm very happy with the setup, and so now it's lunchtime, so talk to you later. Have a great day. You know what I'll be doing all day, making chips. Yeah, I got a lot of them. Well, hi there, sports fans. Hey, I've been out here working on the table. Actually, I'll show you how far I've gotten so far. Today, I've been working on my planer. See, now that I've got these boards cut and they're jointed down to where, you know, they match up side to side, I got to get them all the same thickness, and I have to get them all flat. Otherwise, this table is going to look like a picnic table. And I don't want it really to look like a picnic table. So what I did, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Of course, I got my own YouTube channel, and most of this is going to end up on it in one big video about building a table. Now I've been watching a lot of stuff on how to get a flat surface, especially with wood that's a little bit wonky. Let me show you a piece that I have here. This is a piece of scrap that I've been working on. Let me turn you around. This is a piece of scrap, and it was bowed a lot. Let's see. Yeah, so this was bowed, and so I needed to get it flat. And when you run it through the planer, you have to have a flat reference. And a lot of people build pretty complex carriages for that. And I do a lot of tile work. So, and in that tile work, I have amassed a large collection of scrap tile. Now, this is the back side of a piece of tile that I have with a stop block on it. My work piece goes on there, and but it references the finished side, which is a flat piece of marble. And it came out perfectly flat. You can tell how flat it is by the lack of daylight you see coming under that ruler. There's a little bit because I got direct sunlight here, but you get down here you can't see anything, right? So yeah, worked out really well. So this was a test piece just to see if this sled would work. I have a longer piece that I can join up to attach to my other pieces, which are all in here. I need to cut one more board. So here's my table. It's looking kind of shabby when it's not together, but here's my table essentially. And yeah, they aren't all squeezed together just at the moment, but they're jointed pretty well. And so now my next task is to level them all and get them to proper thickness so that they all match up. And then I will join them all together into a table. But I need one more plank, of which I have a couple more to cut here. So let me get on that. I'm glad my sled worked. That's a big relief, actually. So anyway, that's where I'm at. So far, so good. Of course, doing any work in here, my room is really limited. This table is not going to be 70 inches wide like originally planned. I brought Janice in here. She took a look at the table the way it was. This is right now at about 60 inches is what the finished dimensions probably going to be, and that's plenty wide enough. Our big concern was being able to get 2 people at the end of the table and 4 people on the side. So I don't see where that's going to be an issue with this table. Of course, these planks are 106 inches long. The goal is 102. So I got a little bit more work to do on this.
Once I squared off the planks, they were now different widths, so I needed to adjust the plan to the actual overall width or add more planks.
Good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. I'm out here working on the table again, and I had to do some repairs to the sled. Last night I went to put everything away. Of course, it was getting kind of late. I only got one board done yesterday. That's shame on me. But anyway, it all fell over. My precarious thing here. Let me show you. This thing fell off the barrels and took the sled with it. So I had to do a little bit of repairing to the sled, which is a 2-piece piece of marble. I took these pieces of marble out of my shower when we remodeled, and fortunately I saved them. But anyway, I joined them together with Tyvek tape, which is about the stickiest, smallest tape that I have, or that I can find anyway. I'm sure there's something better out there, but this is what I'm using. And every now and then it kind of gets hung up and leaves adhesive on the planer, and that's a problem. So, but I'll just repair it, scrape off the adhesive, and actually the best thing to clean that sled off with is Vaseline. It cuts that glue right away. So that worked pretty well. Anyway, so I need to get back at it because let me show you what I got. I have pretty much I have 3 more boards to go. Well, there goes Bob. Hi everybody. Hey, it's Friday afternoon. I finally cleaned up the shop. Got everything put away, from flattening boards, squaring things up, and getting them all down to the proper thickness, which is about 1 1/4 inches. It's going to be a heavy table. Good thing I made a nice heavy base. What I've been working on today is I had to go to Harbor Freight earlier, which is, oh, bummer, and get a doweling jig, because what I have may be good for some things, but it's not good for what I'm doing to this table. Let me turn you around, show you what Okay, there's 2 sample planks. They are unprepared in any way other than cut off of the longer boards that I'm going to use for the table. And that's the doweling jig that I'm using, and this works excellently. I'm able to put, well, at each mark, I put 2 dowels. But I was able to have them right next to each other. First of all, as you can see right here with these little gizmos in there. And then this comes out, and it'll fit rather loosely, I'm afraid, in the far one. So what I'm thinking, and I could be wrong, as I often am, I may put 2 of these every foot, two dowels every foot. I haven't quite decided what size. I think 1/4 inch probably good enough. I mean, I've got 3 different sizes of dowels that I could use. So anyway, yeah, that's what I've been doing today. But I've been working on some stuff, and I kind of want to show you what I've been doing. Let me turn you around here. Doweling the planks so that I can, drilling all the planks so that I can put dowels in them. There's a total of 80 dowels that are going to go into this table. And here's kind of the tools to my trade, what I've been using a lot of. Now I had ordered a really nice Alien doweling jig, and I was told that it had been discontinued by Amazon, so I tried to cancel the order, and what showed up on my doorstep yesterday was this doweling jib. And I also have this joint mate, which is okay, but let me tell you, there is a slight difference in doweling jigs. This one, the Alien, will handle quite a large piece of wood, probably 4x4 or even bigger. The one that I got from Harbor Freight, of course, only goes out to about 3 inches or so, and that's what I've been using. Is a self-centering jig. This is also a self-centering jig. It's very nice, very nice. I can't wait to use it. And then this one is more for. You can use it for that, but I did attempt to use this jig on a couple of spare pieces. You know, you can see that they're over there. Yeah, and but that didn't work out so well because it's not self-centering, and I really need stuff centered. So yeah, this jig would be better for right angle doweling. Hopefully you know what I mean when I say that. But the fun part about all this is Had to be exact. So where I've got a set of holes on this board, I also need a set of holes in the same location on this board, so they can all go together. Now they're all drilled now, so I can start fitting them with dowels and gluing the planks together. We'll see how level we are. I do have one unruly board that I'm working on here. You might notice that I've got cinder blocks on it, or cement blocks on it. It's also raised in the middle. I've got it, I'm trying to make it a little more pliable so that when I dowel it all together, it stays flat. That's the idea anyway. We'll see what happens. I am, yes, of course, holding my breath. So tomorrow will be a big glue up day. It's going to be interesting. Well, good afternoon, you all. It's today Friday afternoon. I've been doing my glue ups today. Thought I'd show you how it's coming along. It's doing actually quite well. Let's see. I've got straighteners, bar clamps. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 planks here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planks here. 2, 4, 5. 5 planks here. All in the process of setting up. And stupid me, big mistake I made is this last plank. I could not figure out why the doweling was so far off. Well, the frickin' thing was upside down. So anyway, it all worked out. It's all going to work out. So this looks pretty good. It's heavy. I will need 3 men and a boy to get this thing into the house. But the saving grace is there's about 6 inches of this that has to come off from the length of all these. And then I got to cut a leaf out of the middle, which, you know, that's an 18-inch leaf. So that'll lighten it up quite a bit. So the pieces shouldn't be so hard to carry in. So this is going to be interesting from here on in. So about looking over my equipment, I think the last thing I need to buy is a little orbital sander. Get this project finished. As you can see on here, I've had a couple of gaps turn up, and yeah, I'm filling them up. You know, it's what you do when you get a gap. You fill it up. So there's I'll just fill them up. And putting the straighteners on, what a great idea. I had these bars. These bars used to be over the windows. Now, I don't know what they're made of. Some kind of tool steel, some kind of hardened steel. I don't know what, but I can't hardly drill a hole through them. So I've tried, and it is not easy. It eats up my drill bits, my good drill bits. I'm not talking about my cheapy stuff. So it's very hard, very straight, and boy, I straighten these planks right up. So. And that's good. If I had the wherewithal and the means, I'd probably bury them in the wood and just attach them to the tabletop. So, but I don't know. If I don't have to do that, I'm not going to do that. That's a little over the top. So anyway, pardon my mess. I got a bunch of stuff out that needs to be put away. Actually, all of this stuff is going to need to be put away, because when the glue up is done, the bar clamps come off, the slab will sit on my workbench so that I can sand it. It's the only way I can get around the whole thing is to take everything from around here and remove it so that I can get to it. So this has been a very interesting project. It's really stretched the limits of this room, which is full of crap. It's full of stuff. Anyway, y'all have a nice day. You probably figured out what I'm going to be doing the rest of the day once this glue sets. And I got to get this table together. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, wish Janice a happy birthday, too. Happy birthday, Janice.
Over the next few days I was able to complete the glue up and needed to let it set for a day or two. For that I used bar clamps and steel bars to keep everything flat. Here's a few different shots of what I did to keep the table flat since my workbench was not. Once the glue was dry and the steel bars removed, I verified it was flat with my gigantic levels.
Hey there, sports fans. Been a while since I did a video on the table. I've been working on it quite a bit, cutting out the leaf, and well, let me show you what I'm doing. Let me turn you around. All right, here's the table. I do have it restrained because we're expecting rain, and I don't want moisture to get in here. So, actually, here's a sample of the stain. It's a little sand, sawdusty, but anyway, that's what this table is going to look like when we're all done with it. So I got the leaf cut out. I got the guides in for the leaf, and the table levelers for the leaf are installed, at least on the leaf side. You need to do the same on the other side. However, can't really do that right away until I get I'm going to finish the leaf probably first, get it out of the way, and probably put it in the kitchen. Make sure everything fits, and then I've got to turn these halves over to put my straighteners in. So, and I've got a little bit of work to do on the back side of the tabletop. So, yeah, I'm expecting that probably be about a day for that, a day to stain, days to finish. But, you know, as always, whenever you move anything in here, yeah, you're going to have to sand it again. So, that's just the way it goes. Anyway, so that's where we're at with the table. The base has been waiting for a month, so got to get the top done. We'll talk to you later. You have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey there, sports fans. I'm in the middle of staining up the table, so I thought I'd show you what I'm doing here, and because this will be a short one. There we go. We got a nice dark wiping stain on here. Anyway, that's what it's going to look like when it's all done. So, yeah, I just put on a bunch of this here stuff and leave it sit for a few minutes and wipe it off, and that's what it looks like. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Looks like we'll do a fit check in the next day or so. Make sure everything goes together okay. I think it probably will. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
The further along I got with staining and finishing the tabletop, the less movies I made. I did add guides to the leaf and stiffeners to the larger parts of the table. Using dollies we got it to the house. Since the bases were already in the house, putting it together with the expanders closed and the leaf out, I just had to screw it together and it was done in time for Thanksgiving.
Hey there, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving!
From the Bobay and Watson clan. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving! Happy Thanksgiving!
Woohoo!
Well, hey there. Thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. We did have a great Thanksgiving dinner. This was Thanksgiving 2025. I know it's January in 2026, almost February. So I've been quite busy trying to get things together and get back to doing some video editing. But to be quite frank, the size of this project was rather large, and it did take quite a bit of time. I would say probably about a month to build the table. So if you want some more information on what I did, please let me know in the comments below. And you take care. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you liking and subscribing. Really do. You have a great day, and keep building stuff. It's good stuff. Talk to you later.